Okay, so today I'm going to start talking about blood group system. And about the blood group system, I'll be focusing more about the ABO blood group system in today's lecture. And later on in the next lecture, I'll be talking about the RH blood group system. So as we see, ABO blood group system means we are basically talking about the blood groups A, B, AB and O. These are the four types of blood groups which are identified on the basis of ABO blood group system. So in ABO blood group system, actually how this came into picture, there are actually 35 types of blood groups, 35 types of blood group systems. But when we talk about the human blood group system, there are 35 types exist, but we are mostly focusing on only the ABO blood group system and the RH blood group system. So coming back to the topic ABO blood group system, I'll proceed with how are you able to define which one is blood group A, which one is blood group B, which one is blood group O, which one is blood group AB. So these are the four possible types: A, B, AB and O. Now again, A blood group, B blood group, AB blood group and O blood group are often referred to as A plus, A minus, that is A positive or A negative, B positive, B negative, AB positive or AB negative and O positive or O negative. So all these combinations are only possible when we are merging two systems, ABO blood group system and RH blood group system, because RH, in case of RH, we classify blood group as either RH positive or RH negative. So combining both the blood groups, when we study the human blood group system, despite of the fact there are 35 types on which the blood group can be identified, but we have only chosen because these are the common ones. So it can be classified as A positive, A negative, B positive, B negative, AB positive, AB negative, O positive and O negative. Now coming back straight away to what is actually blood group A. See, blood group A or blood group B or blood group AB or blood group O is defined on the basis of what antigen it has or what antibody it has, and then we decide that blood group A, B, AB and O can also act either as a donor to some blood groups or as a recipient to some blood groups. So first of all, we are going to talk about the antigen and antibody. So blood group A is actually, if I say this is a red blood cell, right? So this is a red blood cell and blood group A has a surface, on its surface an antigen. Blood group A has antigen A on its surface. Then we can say blood group, likewise blood group B has antigen B on its surface. Blood group AB has blood antigen A and antigen B on its surface, and blood group O has no antigen on its surface, right? So this is blood group A, which has antigen A on its surface, right? And it also has antibodies which float around in the plasma, around the plasma, right? This is blood group O. Blood group O is known for the fact it has no antigens on its surface. It only has antibodies, right? It only has antibodies which are A antibody and B antibody. In case of blood group AB, there are A and B antigen on its surface and it has no antibodies floating around. In case of blood group B, there is antigen B on its surface and there are antibodies A floating around. And in case of blood group A, there is antigen A on its surface and there are antibodies B floating around. Now you can easily identify how we have differentiated all the four types of blood groups only on the basis of what antigen is present on their surface and what antibody is present in the plasma. Now there is a term often referred and often focused, that is incompatible blood transfusions. So why this happens basically? Incompatible blood transfusions. This is a very important topic because if we mix the two wrong blood groups, then in that scenario, the wrong blood groups will lead to hemolysis of RBCs, which is basically killing the RBCs, and that happens in case if there is a recipient, say blood group B, which is receiving blood from the donor, which is blood group A, then what happens? Then basically the recipient identifies the donor as a non-self. Yes, obviously yes, because we have clearly seen here in case of blood group B, there was in case of blood group B, there was antigen B on the surface. In case of blood group A, there was antigen A on the surface. So they are very, very different from each other. See, blood group B has antibodies A and blood group A has antibodies B. So they are clearly very different from each other. Now what happens with antigens and antibodies? So as we all know that antigen-antibody reaction is a reaction in which they form a neutral complex and which the RBC dies. So what happens here is, in case of the recipient blood group B, when it starts receiving blood group A, then this acts as a non-self to blood group B, and the blood group B, which has B antigens on its surface and A antibodies around, as soon as they get in contact with blood group A, which has A antigen on the surface and B antibodies, so this starts to attack this, right? And an antigen antibody reaction takes place. This is an antigen from blood group A and this is an antibody from blood group B. Antigen from blood group A and antibody from blood group B. So now they react and they start forming a complex which basically causes hemolysis of RBC. Hemolysis means the breaking down. In case of breaking down of RBC, the red blood cells are hemolyzed and the hemoglobin moves out, leaving this to be a ghost RBC. And this is of no use obviously because the hemoglobin will be out of the body, then no hemoglobin would be there and it won't function like the normal RBC. So that is the case of an incompatible blood transfusion. So now we clearly know, if we classify on this basis, that there are four blood groups: blood group A, blood group B, blood group AB and blood group O. And in case of antigen and antibodies, this has antigen A and antibody B, this has antigen B and antibody A, this has antigen A and B and none antibodies, and this blood group O has no antigen and both the antibodies. So in this scenario now, blood group A, which has only antibodies and no antigen, so blood group O is very, very non-self. It can easily be a donor to anybody because it doesn't have any antigen. And when you don't have any antigen, you won't get into any antigen antibody reactions, right? So in this scenario, blood group AB, in case of blood group AB, what is happening? This is only and only acting as a recipient because it does not have any antibody, so it won't show any reaction in case of receiving any kind of blood. But yes, if this is transfused transfused to any other blood type, then yes, it was called a complex reaction. It will cause a complex reaction. In case of blood group B, it can act as only a recipient, only a donor, right? In case of blood group A and blood group B, what happens? Blood group A acts as a donor to blood group AB and to A, and blood group B acts as a donor to blood group B and blood group AB, right? And blood group AB acts only a recipient to all the blood types and is only a donor to AB. And blood group O is only a donor to all blood types and it can only receive blood group from blood group O. So this is very clear now. If this is an RBC and this is blood group A, so A means it has A antigens on its surface, and antigens are nothing. They are the proteins which identify the specific cells and are clearly able to differentiate between self and non-self. So thank you. In next lecture, I'll be continuing with RH blood group system. This is clear as for now, right? So just remember that A, B, AB and O are blood group types, and when you define them on the basis of phenotype and genotype, then this could be either AA or could be AO. This could be BB or BO. This has only one possibility. It had to be AB, and O is again OO. So I'm concluding my lecture from today. Thank you.